Friends, it's Melissa from Buckeye Girls Lifestyle, and today is Thrift Finds and Flips. Our host is Dawn from Shabby Meets Bling and Monica from Up All Night DIY. Please check out their channel and the amazing creators in the playlist. Today I decided to make a scarecrow jar because at my thrift store I can always find jars for, well, anymore it's between $4 and $5, and I had a jar around the house that I've been wanting to do something with for a long time, so I decided this would be the perfect time to make something. Hope you enjoy it and check out that playlist. Okay, this is actually from the trash that I'm crafting this. Just a jar. I'm going to take the label off. We're going to make it into a scarecrow. Okay, let's base paint. This is honey brown. We're going to just base paint the whole thing honey brown. It'll probably take a couple coats, and you won't have to watch the whole thing. Because the first time it'll just make it look dirty. Okay, we're working on coat number 2. And the rim doesn't have to be completely covered. So we're not too worried about that, because that's where the hat's gonna be. Hey, I think the second coat will do it. The one thing I like about painting scarecrows, they don't have to be perfect. And that's my thing. Okay, here is our jar. We're gonna start off with some rosy cheeks. Normally I just take a paper towel and go around in a circle, but I'm afraid it might take the paint off. So we're gonna just make her a little exaggerated. I don't know why. Most of my scarecrows are ladies. Maybe it's because I'm a lady, I don't know. Now we're going to add a little nose. Or a big nose. And it may have to have 2 coats of paint. Okay, let's do some eyes. Have you ever thought you did pretty well covering your project and then you start painting on it and you notice you missed a little bit down here? That's what I did after I tipped this up. Okay, we're gonna add some raffia. I'm gonna tie this around it because it's just being unruly, about like my hair, really. We're gonna add more hair on the other side. I always cut the loops. Gives it more volume, and nobody's hair goes in loops like that. I'm tying this together so it's a little bit more manageable. Haven't you seen at craft fairs, people bring scarecrows and different things in the fall and have pieces of raffia falling? Well, I like to kind of tie mine together, so if mine's gonna fall, it's gonna be the whole piece. And not one or two pieces. Now we're gonna make a hat. Yeah. I think I'm gonna get rid of the real crisp, maybe I won't. Okay, I'm gonna do trying to make it even, but I didn't cut it very even, so that's gonna be difficult. I'm gonna kind of pleat it a little bit. I don't want to close the opening, because if I want to put flowers in here, the opening has to stay open. Let's do a little touch up. First, I'm going to do a little white in his eyes, or her eyes. Then I'm going to touch up that nose. Okay, now let's add, we're going to add one of these leaves and a flower to her hat. Okay, we got some flowers we're going to put in our vase. We're going to fan out our fern. And these are ones I've just had. I think I got them on Amazon. They're to go outside, which I'm going to put some outside on our front porch, but I thought these would be kind of cute in my scarecrow. She may go on my entryway table. I'm just kind of mixing the colors. And then we'll add them to the scarecrow. Here is our scarecrow jar. And the best way to tell if you went a little too crazy on your raffia is to set it down where you're going to set it. And then you can come back and go, oh, I went a little too crazy there. She needs a haircut. And like here too. There's our fall jar with our flowers.